Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do some more Morrowind. I want to get some Telvanni quests done today. So where are we? I guess we're in Sadrith Mora here. I don't know what quest to do, to be honest. Probably do some. I have so many quests that honestly I need to get done. Like honestly, my quest book is getting quite lengthy. So we're in Sadrith Mora here. Actually, there was a He wants me to go here, right? Hellfire, and I gotta friggin' swim my butt all the way across. I'm not really looking forward to. I wait at 179. Okay, I think I can go. Right? That's one of the missions that I gotta do. Let's see. Telvanni house. House Telvanni, here we go. Coded message. To Divyeth. Lives in Telfire, is one of the oldest and most respected wizards in House Telvanni. Shows an unfortunate lack of interest in politics. To get to Telfire, you have to swim or fly southwest from Sadrith Mora. It's a long trip. Perhaps I should mark Telfire on your map. Alright. I gotta go in that direction. You know what? Let's do it in daylight. I don't wanna be doing this. Oh great, it's foggy. Not much better. Alright, let's see if I got any water walking potions. Swift swim, water walking for 15 seconds. Alright. Take one of them. And off we go. Be enough to make it across to this island at least. Look at that. So I can just go around to this island. Head on to this one. Oh no, there's a cliff racer up there. I don't think I need to use a potion for this little one. There's a rat up there. Make it to shore. Oh heck. No. Crap. Am I stuck? Oh, there's a mud crab. Oh, look. There's something. Are you a friendly mud crab? I don't think so. Just die. Thank you. Oh, it's a diseased mud crab. You know, I'll still take your meat. What is this? Abanabi. Huh. It's, Yes. Only be 1 hour. What time is it? 8 a.m. That makes sense. Yeah, let's make a save here. I haven't made a save in a while. What's this called? Abanabi. Abanabi. Okay. Abanabi. See if there's any good stuff in here. Oh, what in the hell? You're a Oh shit, that hurt. You're a frost Atronach, aren't you? Oh crap. I didn't even see how low my health was. And that's why, boys and girls, is that's why you save. For stuff like that. Frost Atronachs even worth capturing? I don't know. Alright. Let me see here. Let me get my... It's a Frost Atronach. Are they weak to fire? I got some rings for that. I'm thinking my rings do... Let's see, Shard Bolt ring. Why not? Let's try that out. Oh crap, it changes. What the hell just happened? Oh, my attributes were just drained. Shit. Alright, well, my ring doesn't have it. Maybe I can summon a skeletal minion to do my bidding for me. Get him. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. No, I got my skeleton. Oh, crap. Get him, Skelly. Oh, shit. No. Oh, he just one-shotted my skeleton. Go, Skelly. Okay, my ring's about to... It's not gonna have any more charge. Okay. I'm doing alright. Just gotta calm down. Damage willpower, that's not gonna do anything. Maybe Ring of Ice Storm, that could be handy. Oh heck. Ah! Okay. Restore health. Sure. Might have to use one of these stronger spells. Actually, I gotta soul trap him. Shoot. Might be one of my toughest fights yet. Okay. Alright. What else do I have? Silence. That could work. Damage fatigue. I don't think that's gonna do much of anything. Poison. Ooh, freak, he's about to swing on my ass. Alright. Let's see. Got it. Ooh. That was, interesting fight. What did I get? Oh, shoot, he's a greater soul gem. Hell yeah. Worth 9,000 gold. That's pretty good. pretty good. I may be outclassed here. That is a lot of Atronachs. Holy mother of God. Oh shoot, he sees me. Storm, let's get a fire Atronach out here. I failed. Go. He one-shotted him! Oh, God. Okay, alright. Let's go ahead and use this. I don't want to read it, dude. I want to use it. Resist fire. That's not going to help me. Oh, crap. I just nuked him. Oh, God. I got to heal. I got to heal. I got to heal. Oh. God, that hurts. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I should not be alive. I really should not. My little shitty ring. That was something. He totally one-shotted my Atronach. Okay. Note to self. Don't summon a flame Atronach to fight a frost Atronach. Okay, there's another Atronach down there. I'm definitely gonna have to summon things. And maybe try and freeze it. Let's, does anything have frost resistance? Skeleton, right? I don't know. Try that. And there's a wizard up there. What in the fuck? Go get him, boy. You got this. You're strong. You are a strong skeleton. Get him. Oh, no, no. You destroyed my skeleton. Here, I'll paralyze him. My skeleton minion. Come on, come on. That's how I cheese things. I use my Ring of Medusa's Gaze. Freak, I should have brought... Oh, wait, I do have all these cheap ones. I can recharge it. I'm okay. This is what being an adventurer feels like? Holy crap. This is awesome. I'm guessing you're a baddie. And there's no other reason why you'd have Atronachs guarding your stuff. Random pots. You must be some kind of conjurer. Oh. You were cool.
You'll be dead soon.
Whoa! Hey, hey, hey! Ha. Could I have talked to her? I wonder. Let's try. Let's try and talk to her. I mean, the message came up. Maybe I could have talked to her. Actually, I'm gonna silence her. She tries to do anything crazy. I got my a silence ring, right? Bar silence. Yeah, look at that. I'll silence you, lady. Try anything funny. Oh shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Stay away from me, Bone Walker. How you like that, huh? Ah, heck. I'm over encumbered? No, I'm about to die. No, I'm about to die. Crap. What do I have? Attribute has been drained. I have, not blight disease, is it? No, I just need to get my strength back up. Good job. Araquinjal, whoever this bitch is. Spoiled cure disease potion. And it cures common disease. Pitiful. For personality, I don't really need that. Yeah, that's pointless. Expensive. No thanks. Thanks, Flame Atronach. So cool. I don't know, what was this friggin' lady's idea? Like, why? What did I ever do? Like, go and heal myself. Alright, what does she have? Shitty chest. A matste. $5 gold and some hound meat. That's not gonna work. Right, I gotta use this one. Ooh. Bargain potion of feather. And not really worth it. Standard restore health potion. That's 50 health. Yeah, I'm taking that. RK the enemy. Corpse deprivation part 2. It's worth reading? It's only not very long. Hear me, children. Once I was a lowly man such as yourselves. By my will I entered the ranks of the gods. By your unquestioning devotion you can share my glory. Most necromancers are fools and weaklings, fodder for the witch hunters, but you, my servants, you are among the chosen. The days to come, few will dare to stand against your might, but one obstacle remains. His name is Arche. He was also a man who entered the ranks of the gods. The similarities between his mortal life and my own astonish even me. It is only proper that we should be enemies. Arche's blessing prevents the souls of men, beastmen, and elves from being used without consent. Arche's law prevents those buried with the proper rituals from being raised to serve my children's will. As you know, my children, Arche's blessing is flexible to those with daring, but Arche's law is unwavering. To the scholars, humiliate the priests of Arche, reveal the primitive burial customs to be mere superstition, befriend kings and with honeyed words and bind them to your will. Look to my children in Cyrodiil for guidance. To the priests, use your servants sparingly, let none be seen by the living. Let the memories of the undead waste away from the people. Send missionaries to the unbound dead, to the vampires, and to the leeches. Let all the nations dead carry my banner and my banner alone. To the hidden. Wait as always in the darkness, for soon we shall strike. Temples of Arche will be torn from stone. The blood of his priests will state our thirsts. Their bones will rise as our servants. The name Arche will be struck from the records. Only I shall hold sway over life and death. Only one shall be whispered in fear. The name your lord and master, KW. What? Weird book. Corpse preparation. Oh man. Gonna be some freaky deaky shit. On the preparation of the corpse, volume 3, the fresh corpse. Jesus. Fresh and decayed corpses are those that still have flesh upon them. If their decay is advanced, or if you wish a skeletal servant instead, place the corpse along a coast or in a swamp or marsh. What the fuck? Animals are the necromancer's greatest allies when it comes to stripping the flesh from a corpse. The ravenous mud crabs of Morrowind can strip a corpse down into its bones in a matter of days. Lesser crabs in other provinces can do the same in a matter of weeks. If you wish to create a zombie servant, one need only bring the corpse to a suitable site and enact the proper rituals. However, there are a few tips that a young necromancer might want to know. For instance, a decayed servant may be raised many times, even if they have been dismembered by those who do not appreciate your art. If one of your servants comes to an unfortunate end, you may raise the servant again by carefully gathering as many parts as you can find, binding the bones with leather straps and sewing the flesh, if it is not too decayed, you gotta make sure, with catgut. Oh man. Your servant may be weaker each time this is done, but with care and maintenance, one may rise zombies dozens of times. My Jesus. However, creating a mere zombie is a method best left to lazy or desperate practitioners. With only a bit more time and effort, one may create a far more useful mummified servant. The first step to creating a mummified servant is to soak the decaying corpse in a bath of salt, or natron, I don't know, for at least 1 month. This will halt the decay of the corpse, and if the corpse is flesh enough to have an unpleasant odor, the salts will remove that as well. In a moist climate such as Argonia or Thras, you may have to apply more salts if they become saturated. Some necromancers remove the vital organs before or after this process, but I have never found any practical reason for doing this. The next step is to wrap the servant in a cloth or linen. This will further preserve the body against decay, and, if done properly, will offer some protection as well. Do not worry if the corpse seems too stiff or desiccated to be useful, to be a useful servant. The proper rituals will imbue the mummified corpse with the strength to move itself. Most importantly, you will have a much stronger servant who will follow your commands with more independence and understanding. All right. Good to know. Good to know. What's she having here? Eggs. There's always Kwame. These though. Useful. What's they? Take that. This book. Bay Falcon. Got 2. I haven't even read the first one. Conjuration went up. Cool. How long is this one? It's a good read. After the test had been given and Bungle deck and Taxim had demonstrated their knowledge of elementary conjuration, the great sage told them that they were free to enjoy the day. The two lads, who most afternoons fidgeted through their lessons, refused to leave their seats. You told us that after the test you'd tell us more of your tale about the scribe and his enchanted quill, said Taxim. You've already told us about the scribe, how he lived alone, and his battles with the temple secretary over the bulletin he scripted for posting, and how he suffered from the crimson plague and couldn't speak. When you left off, his messenger boy had just had his master's quill enchanted with the spirit of a Daedra named Fey Falcon, added Vanguldak to add the great sage's memory. As it happened, said the great sage, I was thinking about a nap. However, the story does touch on some issues of the natures natures of spirits, and thus is related to conjuration, so I'll continue. Tharband began using the quill to write the temple bulletin, and there was something about the slightly lopsided, almost three-dimensional quality of the letters that Tharband liked a lot. Into the night, Tharband put together the temple of Ariel's bulletin. For the moment, he washed over the page with the Fey Falcon quill. It became a work of art, an illuminated manuscript crafted of gold, but with good, simple, and strong vernacular. Sermon excerpts read like poetry, despite being based on the archpriest's workmanlike exhortation of the most banal of Elysian doctrines. The obituaries of two of the temple's chief's benefactors were stark and powerful. Pitifully mundane deaths transitioned into world-class tragedies. Tharband worked the magical palette until he nearly fainted from exhaustion. At 6 o'clock in the morning, a day before deadline, he handed the bulletin to Gorgos for him to carry to Alfiers, the temple secretary. As expected, Alfiers never wrote back to compliment him or even comment on how early he had sent the bulletin. It didn't matter. Tharband knew it was the best bulletin the temple had ever posted. At 1 o'clock on Sundas, Gorgos brought him many messages. The bulletin today was so beautiful. When I read it in the vestibule, I'm ashamed to tell you, I wept copiously. Wrote the archpriest, I don't think I've seen anything that captures Ariel's glory so beautifully before. The cathedrals of first hold pale in comparison, my friend. I prostrate myself before the greatest artist since Galsiah. The archpriest was, like most men of the cloth, given to hyperbole. Still, Tharband was happy with the compliment. More messages followed. All of the temple's elders and 33 of the parishioners, young and old, had all taken the time to find out who wrote the bulletin and how to get the message to congratulate him. And there was only one person they could go through for that information, Alfiers. Imaging the dragon lady besieged by his admirers filled Tharband with positive glee. He was still in a good mood the next day when he took the ferry to his appointment with his healer, Telemichael. The herbalist was new, a pretty red-guard woman who tried to talk to him even after he gave her the note reading, My name is Tharband Ulzik, and I have an appointment with Telemichael for 11 o'clock. Please forgive me for not talking, but I have no voice box anymore. What? As it started raining yet, she asked cheerfully. The diviner said it might. Tharband frowned and shook his head angrily. Why was it that everyone thought that mute people liked to be talked to? Did soldiers who lost their arms like to be thrown balls? It was undoubtedly not a purposefully cruel behavior, but Tharband still suspected that some people just liked to prove that they weren't crippled too. Damn. The examination itself was routine horror. Telemichael performed the regular invasive torture, all the while chatting and chatting and chatting. Gotta try talking once in a while. That's the only way to see if you're getting better. If you don't feel comfortable doing it in public, you could try practicing it by yourself, said Telemichael, knowing his patient would ignore his advice. Try singing in the bath. You'll probably find you don't sound as bad as you think. Tharband left the examination with the promise of test results in a couple of weeks. On the ferry ride back home, Tharband began thinking of next week's temple bulletin. What about a double border around the last Sundas offering plate announcement? Putting the sermon in 2 columns instead of 1 might have interesting effects. It was almost unbearable to think that he couldn't get started from until Alfiers sent him information. When she did, it was with the note, the last bulletin a little better. Next time, don't use the words fortuitous. Fortuitous in place of fortunate. The words are not, if you look at them up, synonymous. In response, Tharbad almost followed Telemakel's advice by screaming the obscenities at Gorgos. Instead, he drank a bottle of cheap wine, posed and sent a suitable reply, and fell asleep on the floor. The next morning, after a long bath, Tharbad began working on the bulletin. His idea for putting a light shading effect on the special announcement section had an amazing textural effect. Alfears always hated the extra decorations he added to the borders, but using the Feyfolken quill, they looked strangely powerful and majestic. Gorgas came to him with a message from Alfears at the very moment, as if in response to the thought. Tharbad opened it up. It simply said, "I'm sorry." Tharbad kept working Alfears' note he put from his mind, sure that he would soon follow it up with the complete message. "I'm sorry that no one ever taught you to keep right hand and left hand margining the same length. Or I'm sorry we can't get someone other than a weird old man as scribe of our bulletin." Didn't matter that she was sorry about. The columns from the sermon's notes rose like the massive pillars of roses, crowned with unshamedly ornate headers. The obituaries and birth announcements were framed together with a spherical border. As a heartbreaking declaration of the circle of life, the bulletin was simultaneously both warm and avant-garde. It was a masterpiece. When he sent it off to Alfears late that afternoon, he knew he'd hate it, and was glad. Tharbad had surprised to get a message from the temple on Loredas? I don't know. Loredas, maybe. Loredas. Before he read the content, he could tell from the style that it wasn't from Alfears. The handwriting wasn't Alfears' usually belligerent, slashing style, and it wasn't at all Alfears' usual capital letters, which read like a scream from oblivion. Tharbad, I thought you should know Alfears isn't at the... just turned black. There we go. Tharbad, I thought you should know Alfears isn't at the temple anymore. She quit her position yesterday very suddenly. My name is Vanderthil, and I was lucky enough, let me admit it now, I begged pitifully to be your new temple contact. I'm overwhelmed by your genius. I was having a crisis of faith until I read the last week's bulletin. This week's bulletin is a miracle. Enough. I just wanted to say that I'm honored to be working with you. Vanderthil. The response on Sundas after the service even astonished Tharbad. The Archpriest attributed the massive increase in attendance and collection plate of offerings entirely to the bulletin. Tharbad's salary was quadrupled. Gorgos brought over 120 messages from his adoring public. The following week, Tharbad sat in front of his writing plank, a glass of wine, Torvali mead at his side. Staring at the blank scroll, he had no ideas. The bulletin, his child, his second wife, bored him. The third-rate sermons of the Archbishop were absolute anathema. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. And the deaths and births of the temple patrons struck him as entirely pointless. Blah, blah, he thought as he scribbled on the pages. He knew he wrote the letters. Blah, blah, blah. The words that appeared on the scroll were a necklace of pearl on white neck. He scrawled the jagged line across the page. It appeared and through that damn beautiful Feyfolken quill. Glory to Ariel. Tharbad slammed the quill, and poetry spilled forth in a stream of ink. He scratched over the page, blotting over everything. And the vanquished words sprung back up in different form, even more exquisite than before. Every daub and splatter caused the document to whirl like a kaleidoscope before falling together in gorgeous asymmetry. There was nothing he could do to ruin the bulletin. Feyfolken had taken over. He was a reader, not an author. Now, asked the great sage, what was Feyfolken from your knowledge of School of Conjuration? What happened next? Cried von Goldock. First, let me tell what Feyfolken was, and then I'll continue the story. He said it was a Daedra, said Taksim, and it seemed to have something to do with artistic expression. Was Feyfolken a servitor of Azura? But the scribe may have been imagining all this, said von Goldock. Perhaps Feyfolken is a servitor of Shigorath, and he's gone mad, or the quill's writing makes everyone who views it, like all the congregation at the Temple of Ariel, go mad. Hermaeus Mora is the Daedra of knowledge, and her sign is the Daedra of the wild, and the Daedra of revenge is Boethia, pondered Taxim, and then he smiled. Befolkin is a servitor of Lavicus Vile, isn't it? Very good, said the great sage. How did you know? It's his style, said Taxim, assuming that he doesn't want the power of the quill. Now that he has it, what happens next? I'll tell you, said the great sage, and continue the tale. Guess we'll have to wait for part 4. Take that book. I'm gonna get a sip of water. Water. Ugh. Honestly, reading all that makes my throat hurt a little bit. Ooh, we might have some more goodies down here. Okay. 1 piece of gold. Scroll of Jim's gem feeder. Slow trap for 60 seconds on target. I could sell that. Some good grief. Delta vigor. Fortify fatigue. Find a tip. 1 to 10 points for 5 seconds. Oh god. Good. Wama eggs. Alright. There's another passage here that we need to... Oh, Marink. Maranik. So young. Let's see what else is down here. Actually, let me quick save. Ah, shoot. Okay. Maybe my Frost Atronach can do something now? Turn. I'll freeze him for you. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Didn't I take a restore health potion? It was like it was just 1 potion. Where'd it go? Did I not pick it up? Holy hell, this thing's gonna kill me. Oh, he just beat down my my frosty boy. Go battle. Oh my gosh, this guy does not play around. Ooh. Ah! No. He beat me down like I'm just some punk. Freaking A, dude. Don't do this. Leave me alone. Back off. Take a potion of fatigue. Where's my fatigue potion? Alright, I gotta soul trap him now. Oh. No, I don't want to save. I'm not hitting freaking FN. What the hell? Soul trap. Where you going? Why are you running now? Oh, now you want to run? Trapped you, bitch. Please tell me that's all the Atronachs that I have to fight. What the f is that? I don't know what that is. Flame Atronach seem kind of weak because they didn't do shit. Oh my god. Flame Atronach, do something. You Flame Atronach, why do you always get me killed when you do that thing? Jesus Christ. What is this? A clan fear. Daedra skin and Daedra heart. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh. What is it? A Daedra clan fear. Kind of weird dino thing. Oh, there it is. It's worth a common soul gem. Huh. Whatever. Shit. Athletics is improving. Okay. It's good to know, I suppose. Is there anything here? Oh yeah, there's a tunnel over there. I need to get my Magicka. A couple of these. The hell? No idea what that noise was. Yo, this tunnel is it's if I just hit F5, it's gonna save. Okay, so if I hit F4, does it take a picture? It does. So weird. What the hell is this? I feel like if I fall in there, I'm probably gonna be dead. What the hell is this place? Some crazy freaking Telvanni wizard living in here? Okay, there's definitely someone there. Where's my silencing ring? My amulet, I should say. My endurance. I get my own Bone Walker out here. You can play at that. I need to silence this. Damn, she's strong. Get her, Bone Walker. Don't know who the hell this lady is, but she's dead. Holy hell. Holy Jesus. Resist fire, restore health, and reflect? What in the God's name? This is stupidly expensive. Standard key. I don't know where it goes to, but I'm taking the key. I mean, that. Look at that. Jesus. I mean, it weighs 60. It's a long blade. My God, that's a lot of weight. Resist fire. It restores health on hits. Reflects 5 to 20% for 30 seconds on self. That is quite beastly. Quite beastly indeed. Alright, Bone Walker. You may go. Thanks for helping out, my dude. If I jump down, I won't die, right? I didn't think so. Bone Walker on a boat. Pretty ugly, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, what's this lady got? A lot of freaking spells. Jesus. His ability for 60 seconds. Look at these. These are insane. Bet your ass I'm gonna take them all. Yeah. I'm taking all this stuff. Store luck. Gimme. Have the key though. Ebony and emerald. Take the diamonds. Got plenty of ebony. That I don't think I really need it. That's crazy, yo. My amulet of opening. There it is. But that's what the key was for. An expensive ring and expensive pants. Put in the chest. Store agility. Take it. Core of Castle Zur. Core of Castle Zur. What kind of... Alright. Y'all gonna have to read this one on your own. My voice is getting a little tired. Oh, it's a play. A one-act play. Baloth Cool. Huh. Actually, this might be fun. Late evening. The play opens an interior great entrance hall of Castle Scathanud, replete with fine furnishings and tapestries. Torches provided the only illumination. In the center of the foyer is a great iron door, the main entrance to the castle. The staircase up to the landing above is the next door. On the stage left is the door to the library, which currently closed. On stage right is a huge suit of armor, 20 feet tall, nearly touching the ceiling of the room. Though no one can be seen, there is a sound of a woman singing coming from the library door. A loud thumping knock on the iron front door stops the woman singing. The door to the library opens, and Nara, a common-looking maid, comes out and hurries to open the front door. Clavidus, a handsome man in imperial garb, stand there. Good evening to you, Sergio. Good evening. Is your master at home? No, Sergio. It's only me here, and Masters Cedra Kena Tilvani Hodaf Zer is at the Wintic estate. Is there something I can do for you? Possibly. Do you mind if I came in? Not at all, Sergio. Please, may I offer you some flin? Clavids comes into the hall and looks around. No, thank you. What's your name? Anara, Sergio. Anara, when did your master leave Scath Anud? More than a fortnight ago. That's why it's only me in the castle, Sergio. All the other servants and slaves who tend to his lordship travel with him. Is there something wrong? Yes, there is. Do you know an Ashlander by the name of School Karifa? No, Sergio. I know no one by that name. Then you aren't likely to know. He's dead. Well, then you aren't likely to now. He's dead. He was found a few hours ago, dying in the frostbite in the Ashlands. He was hysterical, nearly incomprehensible, but among his last words were Castle and Zur. Dying of frostbite in summertide in the Ashlands? In fact, that's strange. I suppose it's possible that my master knew this man, but being an Ashlander, and my master being of the House Telvanni, well, if you'll pardon me for being flippant, Sergio, I don't think they would be friends. That is your master's library? Would you mind if I looked in? Please, Sergio, go wherever you want. We have nothing to hide. We're loyal Imperial subjects. As I hear, are all Telvanni. Note from the playwright, this line should be delivered without sarcasm. Trust the audience to laugh. It never fails, regardless of the politics of the locals. Clavidus enters the library and looks over the books. The library needs dusting. Yes, Sergio, I was just doing that when you knocked at the door. I'm grateful for that. If you had finished, I would have noticed the space in the dust where a rather large book has recently been removed. Your master is a wizard, it seems. No, Sergio, I mean, he studies a lot, but he don't cast no spells, if that's what you mean by wizards. He's a Kenna, went to college and everything. You know, now that I think of it, I know what happened to that book. One of the other Kenyas from the college been round yesterday and borrowed a couple of books. He's a friend of the master, so I thought it'd be all fine. This Kenna, was his name Warvin? Could have been, I don't remember. There is a suspected necromancer at the college named Kenna Warvin. We arrested last night. We don't know what he was doing at the college, but it was something illegal. That's for certain. Was that the Kenna who borrowed the book, a little fellow, crippled with a withered leg? No, Sergio, it wasn't the Kenna from yesterday. He was a big fellow who could walk, so I noticed. I'm gonna have a look around the rest of the house, if you don't mind. Clavidus goes up the stairs and delivers the following dialogue from the landing and the rooms above. Anara continues straightening up the downstairs, moving a high back bench in front of the armor to scrub the floor. Can I ask, Sergio, what you're looking for? Maybe I could help you. Are these all the rooms in the castle? No secret passages? Huh. Oh, Sergio, what would Cedra Kena Tilvani Hordaf Zur want with secret passages? looking at the big armor. Your master is a big man. Haha. Oh, Sergio, don't tease. That's giant armor, just for decoration. My master slew the giant 10 years ago. Kind of keeps it in for a souvenir. That's right. I remember hearing something about that when I first took my post here. It was someone named Zur who killed the giant, but I didn't think the first name was Hordolf. Memory fades, I'm afraid. What was the giant's name? I'm afraid I don't remember, Sergio. I do. It was Torfang. I got out of Torfang's shield. I don't understand, Sergio. Torfang's shield? Clavides runs down the stairs and examines the armor. Sul Kharifa said something about getting out of Torfang's shield. I thought he was just raving out of his mind, but he ain't got a shield, Sergio. Clavides pushed the high back bench out of the way, revealing the large mounted shield at the base of the armor. Yes, he does. You covered it up with that bench. I didn't do it on purpose, Sergio. It was just cleaning. I see that armor every day, Sergio, and Vivek, I swear I ain't never noticed the shield before. It's fine, Anara. I believe you. Clavides pushes on the shield, and it pulls back to reveal a tunnel down. It appears that Sedrakina Tilvani Hordaf Zur does have a need for a secret passage. Did you get me a torch? Beck, I ain't never seen that before. Nara takes the torch from the wall and hands it to Clavides. Clavides enters the tunnel. Wait here. Nara watches Clavides disappear down the tunnel. She appears agitated and finally runs for the front door. When she opens it, Ulis, an Argonian lieutenant in the Imperial Guard, is standing at the entrance. She screams, I am sorry to frighten you. Not now. Go away. I'm afraid the captain wouldn't like that, miss. You're with the captain, blessed mother? Blessed mother. Clavides comes out of the tunnel white-faced and takes him a few moments to speak. Captain, what's down there? Clavides to Anara. Did you know your master's a necromancer, that your cellar is filled with bodies? Anara faints. Ulis carries her to the bench and lays her down. Let me see, Sergio. You'll see soon enough. We're gonna need every soldier from the post here to cart away all the corpses. Ulis, I've seen enough battles, but I've never seen anything like this. No two are alike. Tajidi, Slow, Dunmer, Cyrodiil, Breton, Nord, burned alive, poisoned, electrified, melted, torn apart, turned inside out, ripped to shreds, and sewn back up together. You think the Ashlander escaped what happened? I don't know. Why would someone do something like this? Oops. There's a knock on the door. Clavides answers it. A young Argonian woman, Zolasa, is standing holding a package and a letter. Good morning. You're not Lord Sir, are you? No. What do you have there? A letter to a package I'm supposed to deliver to him. He be back shortly? I don't believe so. Who gave you the package to deliver? My teacher at the college, Kemma Warvim. He has a bad leg, so he asked me to bring these to his lordship. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was supposed to deliver them last night, but I was busy. Greetings, sister. We'll give the package to his lordship when we see him. Ah, hail, brother. I heard you a handsome Argonian in Scath Anud. Unfortunately, I promised Kemma Warvim that I'd deliver the package to his lordship's hands. I'm already late. I can't just... We're Imperial Guard, miss. We will take the package and the letter. The Lhasa reluctantly hands Clavides the letter and the package. She turns to go. You're at the college if you need to see you. Yes, fair tidings, brother. Good night, sister. Clavides opens the package as Zalasa exits. It is a book with many loose sheets. It appears we found the missing book, delivered to our very hands. Clavides begins to read the book, silently to himself. Ulis to himself, very pleased. Another Argonian in Scathanud, and a pretty one at that. I hope we weren't too rude to her. I'm tired of all these women with their smooth, wet skin. It would be wonderful if we could meet when I'm off duty. While Ulis talks, he opens the letter and reads it. She looks like she's from the south, like me. You know, Argonian from the northern Black Marsh are much less. Ulis continues reading, transfixed by the letter. Clavius skips to the back of the book and reads the last sentence. Clavius reading. In black ink, the Khajiit male showed surprising little fortitude against a simple lightning spell. But I've had interesting psychological results with a medium-level acid spell cast slowly over several days. In red ink on the margins, yes, I see. Was the acid spell cast uniformly over the entire body of the subject? In black ink, the Nord female was subjected to 16 hours of a frost spell, which eventually crystallized her into a statue of suspended animation, from which she eventually expired. Not so the Nord male, nor the Ashlander male, who lapsed into their comas much earlier, but then recovered. The Ashlander then tried to escape, but I restrained him. The Nord then had an interesting chemical overreaction to a simple fire spell and expired. See the accompanying illustration in red ink. Yes, I see. The pattern of boils and lesions suggests some sort of internal incineration, perhaps caused by the combination of a short burst of flame following a longer session with frost. It's such a shame that I can't come to see the experiment personally, but I compliment you on your excellent notation in black ink. In black ink, thank you for the suggestion about slowly poisoning my maid Anara. The dosages you've suggested have had fascinating results, eroding her memory very subtly. I intend to increase it exponentially and see how long it is before she notices. Speaking of which, it is a pity that I haven't any Argonian subjects, but the slave traders promised me some healthy specimens in the autumn. I should like to test their metabolism in comparison to elves and humans. It's my theory that a medium-level lightning spell cast in a continuous wave on an Argonian wouldn't be lethal for several hours at least, similar to my results with the Cyrodiilic female and, of course, the giant in red ink. It'd be a shame to wait until autumn to see. Oh, that's reading the letter. In red ink, here is your Argonian. Please let me know the results. It's signed Kema Warvin. By Kinnereth, this isn't necromancy, it's destruction. Kema Warvin and Kenna Telvanni Hordaf Zur haven't been experimenting with death, but with the limits of magical torture. The letter isn't addressed to Kena Telvanni Hordaf Zur, it's addressed to Cedra Yachila Zur, his wife. You think Yachila, that was the Telvanni of the Zur family who I heard about the connection with the giant slaying. You'd best get the maid out of here. She'll need to go to a healer. Avidus wakes up Anara. She appears disoriented. Anara, what's happening? Who are you? Don't worry. Everything is gonna be fine. We're gonna take you to a healer. You need a coat, Iashlia? No, thank you. I'm not cold. Anara Iashlia stops, realizing that she's been caught. Clavius and Ulis unsheath their blades. Whoa. So, it was his wife turned maid with her mind was like erased? What the fuck? You have black ink on your fingers, your ladyship. And when you saw me at the door, you thought I was the Argonian your friend Warvin sent over. That's why you said, not now, go away. Anara / Yachi. You're much more observant than Anara. She never did understand what was happening when I tripled the poison spell and she expired in what I observed as considerable agony. But she's impersonating. Ulis. What were you going to use on me first, lightning or fire? Lightning. I find fire to be too unpredictable. As she speaks, the flames in the torches extinguish. The stage is utterly dark. There is the sound of a struggle, swords clanging. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashes out. There is silence. From the darkness, Anara / Aikila speaks. Fascinating. There are several more flashes of lightning as the curtain closes. The end. Not bad. Pretty good play. I know my acting is horrible, but hey, That's pretty cool. Oh shit. Oh, use the standard key to open the lock. Okay. Quality restore agility. What's that probably? Potion of frost shield. Eh. Corpse preparation, volume 1. Jesus, man, there's just so much stuff. The acquisition of a corpse. Oh, man. Let me get some water. There's a lot of reading today. Gotta get all this lore. On the preparation of the corpse, volume 1, the acquisition of the corpse. While the arts of necromancy are only illegal in the province of Morrowind, few citizens of the Empire have an enlightened view of our arts. Thus, the acquisition of corpses on which to experiment is often difficult. In Cyrodiil, a few necromancers who have served the Empire are given the corpse of criminals and traitors to use legally. This provides those who have acquired such a post with a fresh supply of corpses, most of them young, strong, and intact. In Morrowind, the outlawing of necromancy would make its practice impossible, were it not for the fortunate institution of slavery. While the temple will investigate obvious signs of necromancy, such as hastily emptied graves or ash stolen from one of their ash pits, and careful and discreet necromancer can thrive in Morrowind. By taking slaves at a modest rate, most will assume the slave escaped or died in the Ashlands. Finding suitable corpses in Black Marsh is nearly impossible due to the rapid decay. There are also diseases, Argonian tribesmen, and other difficulties that must be dealt with. I know of only a few slowed necromancers who operate successfully in Black Marsh, and even they stay near the coast. While the forest of Elsewhere? It's like elsewhere? I don't know. While the forest of Elsewhere pose some of the same problems as those of Black Marsh, the deserts preserves corpses for hundreds of years in a way that requires very little preparation. Khajiit of the desert tribes are often buried with only a small cairn of stones which are easy to find and uncover. Khajiit show remarkably enlightened indifference to graves being uncovered. It is said that in the port of Senchal, one may purchase anything one desires. This is true if you desire fresh corpses. While a few Bosmer perform Arcae's rituals when burying the dead, the more primitive Bosmer still practice cannibalism upon their enemies, which reduces the number of available corpses. As would be expected from such a backwards people, they have an intolerance of necromancy that goes beyond all reason. Many necromancers who participate our arts in Valenwood become one with the trees themselves. Somerset Isle is given even worse in some ways. Some Altmer born into the most respected, noble, and scholarly families are actually allowed to study the dead in the open. Their research, however, seems to be centered on finding ways to extend their lives even further than the more practical uses of our art. A necromancer of any other race caught in Somerset Isle can expect the worst possible punishments. In Hammerfell, where worship of Arcae is strongest, the dead are almost always subject to Arcae's law. There are exceptions after large battles or in remote areas where death occurs far from meddlesome priests. Fortunately, the dangerous terrain and creatures in the desert and mountains of Hammerfell makes the acquisition of corpses possible, though they are often in poor conditions and require special care and preparation. The newly formed Orsinium presents a unique opportunity. As you know, orcs' corpses are among the most sought for the durability of their skin and the strength of their bones. But if King Gortwog will listen to reason, we could offer the services of our art in defense of his young nation in exchange for disposing of the orcish dead. A mutually beneficial arrangement, as I'm sure the orcs will agree. To this end, a delegation has been sent to Orsinium, though we have not yet heard any word on the state of these negotiations. In my native High Rock, traditions dating back to the Witch Kings and nomadic horsemen mandate cremation of the dead. This is particularly almost without exception in the north, though an imperial burial in a tomb or a city cemetery is more common in the south. There are still many corpses easily taken from battlefields of the War of Bettany. Lawless times that followed. There are even rumors that King Goddard of Daggerfell may institute the imperial practice of donating the corpse of criminals for necromantic studies as a deterrent to the bandits and pirates that still threaten the Iliac Bay. In Skyrim, the cold weather and isolated terrain allow a few necromancers to operate freely. Alas, the availability of corpses is limited to Nords, who die from exposure or in battle. While the cold is preservative, the snow makes these corpses difficult to find. More research dedicated to the magical detection of corpses would be invaluable to the necromancers of Skyrim. The Slode are the most famous necromancers, but little is known of their native Thras. In Tamriel, Slode only practice necromancy on other races. It is uncertain whether this is true in Thras as well. If so, it would explain the number of slaves that are purchased in Tyr by Slode, merchants of the rumors of Slode airships carrying corpses from Senchal. These difficulties lead many necromancers to create their own corpses. While I prefer to work with those who have died in a natural death, a more expedient approach is sometimes necessary to further the study of the art. While the arts of necromancy can be practiced on animals, such experiments rarely produce interesting results. The servant's ability to follow directions seems to be related to the subject's intelligence and life. While raising the corpse of a man, elf, or beastman can produce a useful servant, the corpses of animals produce mere guard dogs at best. Often a raised animal is unable to distinguish its masters from the rest of the living, and many amateur practitioners have been torn apart by the animal servants they created. Let such stories be a lesson to you. Alright. Ngasta Kvata Kvakis. Obscure text in the language of the Slode. Reportedly written by the Second Era Western necromancer Ngasta. Ngasta Kvata Kvakis. Ngasta Kvata Kvakis. Kasno. Oh shit, what the fuck? I cannot read this. That's crazy, man. That's nuts. Weird ass books, check. Alright. Already unlocked that. We already. What was in there? It's Ebony, right? I'm not gonna take Ebony. Don't really need it. Was this lady? And what is that? Is that Ebony? I don't know, let me levitate real quick. Levitation. Son of a gun. Oh, it's diamonds. I'll definitely take. Raw ebony, no thank you. I'm after the diamonds. Oh well. More raw ebony. Don't really need. What the heck could be down there? Have a water breathing potion? You have a water breathing ingredient. Water walking, swift swim. Store health and stuff. No. Might have to use a spell for this. Store that magicka. Water breathing, here we go. Got a body down here. Okay. Why the hell is there fly sounds here? Fishing pole. Basket. Oh, heck. Alright, I just cast it again. Make sure there's nothing down here. I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think there is anything. That big heavy ass sword. Very interesting tomb. Except how the hell do I carry that sword? That thing is freaking heavy. Definitely gotta take it. Where am I in the world here? I guess I can go back to Sadrith Mora? Technically I could. And to be honest, I probably should. Unload some of this stuff. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Need quick save. I gotta mark this place though. There we go. Take the sword. Let's divine intervention ourselves out of here. Hopefully we'll be taking a Sadrith Mora. Yes, we are. Very cool. Alright, I'm over encumbered. It's alright. I got these things for. Let's take one. Be enough. That's enough. Need a blessing, oh Father.
Please, I don't wish to catch whatever you have.
Oh shoot, right. Or the Z's. Your blight? There, I'm good, right? I don't have a disease anymore. Should be good to go. I think the mages are at the top, I think.
What can I help you with?
Yeah. Take me to Balmora, please.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What shall we talk about?
Nothing in particular. Sorry about it.
Maybe talk.
Got lots of interesting books here. Alright. Put that weapon in here. Alright. Actually, guys, I think I'll cut it off here for now. I'm gonna do some sorting things. Just general sort things and, you know, not the very fun stuff. And then next episode I'll cast Recall and we'll head back into the into that cave and keep going to continue our quest. All right. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys later.